Okay, I'm back. I got the time on here now, so okay, we got the time and the day and the month and the year. I think I need to change that date around so it's more.
Look, I'm a scholar from Harvard. See, look, I'm a scholar. I'm a scholar from Harvard.
Guess better change that around 2302, 2024. I'm not sure about the rest of the world, but here in the United States or whatever, it's more, you know, February 23rd, 2024. So I need to change that. Bunch of things I need to change. What I'm worried about right now, the only thing is, they haven't charged me for $70 yet for upgrading. I'm looking forward to upgrading, but I just hope that something doesn't get messed up, because I had to kind of come at this backwards, upside down and inside out or whatever to get this going. And so I'm hoping that that this works out correct for us. You just heard my son's voice, and he has his own way of doing things, and so I think we're going to be hearing more and more music in the background and things like that. Maybe I can figure out a time. I don't think I can. Maybe I can figure out a time that's more safe, but you don't know when he's going to be sleeping. So you just have to deal with that. Looks like the volume is up. Let's see. Yeah, I think I can crank this volume up. I just slide over here. Let's see if you can see it. I think if I go over here, you will be able to maybe see it a little bit. See, volume is 75. Let us go up to 90. Let's see how that is. 90 still isn't as loud as it could be. I've got, this is a USB microphone, or headset. I guess I could go and change right now. Let's see. Maybe I better not. I don't want to be crashing anything, right now. I've downloaded I forget what they call it, but it's, even though it doesn't show everything. But I guess as soon as, at some point they're going to bill me, or let me stay where I am, they're going to bill me for $70. So I just hope that when I go the 70 route, I think I can jump over here. Let's see. Let's see where I can go over here. Let's go to ManyCam. Yeah. Okay. No, that's not showing it. Let's go to View and do ManyCam. No, that's not doing it. Let's go to home. No. I'm going to pause this and close my door, see if that'll help. Okay, I went over to, where'd I go? I went to get, put some food in the oven. But, gotta put this on. I might try sometime too that other headset. It seems like I should be getting more out of this volume. I went over to YouTube and I was going to show where somebody did a review of ManyCam, and I didn't spend much time doing it, but the first one that popped up had one viewer, I think. I mean, it was either one viewer or one subscriber or something like that. So, let's see if I can. Wonder if I can do this. Yeah, I can. Go to desktop. I think secondary display will do it. Let's see, desktop. Display 2. No, it's flashing. Beep, 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 beep. So it's not gonna. I'll have to work on this a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear that. And go over here. It's a birthday for a cat. Well, I'm over. Okay, I'll work on this some other time. I'll come back to here. Oh, I know. I was going to check and see about changing this. I wonder if I freeze this, if I stop. No, I don't want to stop. I want to pause the video. Okay, I guess this will be okay. 23:39. Yeah, that'll be okay. Wonder if we should make that in Greenwich Mean Time. No, that's the time it is here. Maybe I should put. Yeah, I'll mess with it later. I'm looking forward to. After a while, I'll stop talking about ManyCam. Hope it works out. It's kind of hard to explain what I did. I mean, I didn't do anything illegal or anything like that. Everybody else can sign up too, and not have to pay right away. And so anyway, I'm looking. I wonder if I can change. No, I'm not going to do it for now. Just afraid I don't want to mess anything up. And oops. 10 minutes till. I want to get rid of this cell phone. It's a good one, but not for me. it just pops up things on top of things, like when you get the verification, like to prove who you are, you have to enter the number, you have to click on something or whatever. And most of the time, the thing pops up and then something pops up immediately on top of it to cover it up. Now, if I were smart enough, I'd be able to look at it and that would be enough. I'd have the 6 numbers or whatever it is, but no, if I look at it, it takes longer than 6, I'm just not that smart. It's just amazing that I worked all my life, never without a job. I quit jobs on Friday and had a new job on Monday. And that's the truth. Things are different now in the world. I've talked in the past, in my early videos here on Howard's Notebook, I've talked about how lucky I was to be born, and living at a time when if you worked, if you wanted to work, there were jobs out there. And now things are just totally different. It would have been kind of nice for me to have been able to work and not have hearing loss, and some other things. But I always had a job, and I honestly had full-time jobs. I got hired by the post office department, a career civil service job. I quit that after 6 weeks. I didn't tell them take this job and shove it. That was from a movie or whatever. I didn't do that. But the people there were telling me, the other workers, Jim, this is a serious. You don't want to quit this. This is And in a way, they were right. And two, I don't know when the post office changed. When I hired in, but one that pissed me off right away was they had this list of subversive organizations, and if you belonged to any of those organizations, the post office wouldn't hire you. And I don't think I didn't belong to any of those, but I understand about the Abraham Lincoln Brigade. You might read about that sometime if you're interested. Communist and left-wingers and that type of stuff here in the United States, volunteered to go fight Nazism by going and fighting in Spain against that type of stuff. And now, were some of those people? Some of them were communist. They organized it in a little way, but they were going to Spain to fight against Hitler. I understand that Hitler was not in Spain, but if look on YouTube history or something, where you'll find out about it. And then also I was able to, when I worked, I was able to stand up against authority and management, and I wasn't afraid. And man, I worked with guys, because I worked hospital security for 30 years, and these guys were, we were all armed, and they loved to go out shooting. For the 12 years I was married, I went to the range when I was required to go to the range, but I didn't go out to, shooting. These other guys do. And these other guys, if we were having a departmental meeting or something at the hospital, security meeting, you had maybe 2 or 3 months you'd have a meeting. And these guys would come, be coming in, they'd be carrying a, gun magazine, or that type of stuff. And two, the director of security at this one place, horrible man, by the way, he was looking for people. One, he didn't want to give anybody any information. two, he lied, at a large hospital, and he lied about things and kept that from management, and he got by doing that. I couldn't believe, that he would hide information from the hospital administrators about a supposed attempted grabbing of a girl or something in a tunnel that went from the hospital over to the nursing. And even when the director of security was, somebody mentioned the female security officer who worked 5 nights a week in the nursing, dorm at the desk there. She brought it up, she said, "Oh, Mr. Ross, what about this girl that I heard that somebody tried to grab her in the tunnel or whatever?" And the director of security goes, "God damn it! didn't want anything said about that to the guys here, and I don't want anybody to, And I thought, Jesus fucking Christ, if something like that happened, or even if it didn't happen, even if she made the story up or whatever, then I want to know, because when I'm escorting her through, I'm going to call in on the radio, even though it's a 2-minute walk or something. I'm going to call on the radio to dispatch and say, going through the tunnel at this time, and then I'm going to call as soon as I get finished with the tunnel escort, something like that. But he just did crap that was unbelievable. But I stood up to him, and I stood up to everybody else, and I'm proud of that, especially when I saw I saw security officers that I liked that were my friend, and if it came up to they weren't going to say anything. They didn't want to get fired. Now, there was one guy there who was an alcoholic and had a family, and he lost his job, and he had all kinds of trouble, and then Jesus saved him, and he came to work at the hospital as a security officer, and more power to him. But he was not going to make he's not going to make any waves, because he was unemployed in the past. He had a problem, probably had trouble getting a job, and he had a job. And I thought to myself, I never said it to him, but I thought to myself, if the hospital said, let's put armbands on, Jewish people or something like that, I think he would have done it. I think he would have done it. Now, I did mess with him a little bit when the Pope came. He was, a born again, Christian or whatever, and I knew that and whatever. And he was a nice guy. But anyway, when the Pope came to Denver for the national or international youth something or whatever, I said, "Oh, are you going to Denver? Why would we be going to Denver?" Well, the Pope is coming to Denver. I thought you'd be going. "No, I won't be," because he was right wing, But a nice guy. But those calls that I went with him, and at that house, I didn't want to be a supervisor. At the the second hospital I worked at, I became a supervisor. And when I went to the third hospital, I think he mistakenly I think he must have had in his drawer an envelope, 2 envelopes. Maybe one was, "Never hire anybody that's in this envelope," and the other envelope was, "Okay, you can hire this guy. I can, he won't make any waves. He'll do everything I say. He'll kiss my ass." And he got the wrong envelope. He got me. And then he realized, I think almost immediately, if he'd have just said, he took me to lunch or breakfast at the 1 minute till food's ready. If that director of security, because he had to call and beg me to come to work there, and he called the chief of police in Raymore, where I was a reserve officer and everything, and the chief of police said, "Jim, please call him, because he got me this job," and blah blah blah, Anyway, stomach time. I'm going to stop here. thanks for watching. Please give a thumbs up. Do something.